Hi, Big Tractor Power fans. This video comes to you from Western Kentucky, where a CASE IH AF11 combine rated at 775 horsepower and equipped with a 567 bushel grain bin is harvesting winter wheat with a 45-foot wide CASE IH MacDon FD245 draper head. In this presentation, I would like to take viewers for a ride in the cab of the combine to visit with a farmer about what it is like to operate one of the largest combines in the world today. We'll also take some time to look at the production history, specifications, and base list price of this machine. But first, let's head out to the field so that you can see and hear all this winter wheat harvesting action. In the cab of a CASE IH AF11 combine harvesting wheat, and it's doing a nice job here with the crop. And how have you liked this combine? I know the farms had the 8260, 9260, so this has to be a pretty big step up.
Oh, it's definitely a big step up. It's been a beast so far. Still getting used to all what it likes and don't like. And so far, it's a big favorite.
How do you like the harvesting capacity?
Oh, it's been in good cutting wheat. It's been really impressive. It'll cut circles around the other machines. Still learning to see how it likes really tough conditions. I don't think it's quite as fast in tough conditions, but just overall running, it's a huge improvement in capacity.
How many acres an hour can you cover with this?
On a decent running days, I've been doing averaging 20.5, maybe 21 acres an hour. Got all your turns and stuff, which is not too terrible, I don't think.
Well, that's very helpful when you've got planters coming behind you putting in soybeans to clear it off as quick as you can.
Yeah, we've been joking. The planter driver was not too concerned about getting started. The ground was a little on the wet side, but it didn't take him long to cut 300 or 400 acres behind. So he's got a lot of work to do to catch up.
Do you like the FD245 head? Is it pretty handy?
Oh yes, FD2 is the king of heads in my opinion. Does everything about it, even as far as setting it up or changing the balance on it. It's so simple to do, and it performs really well, especially with the 3-section reel that's on it. You can set it so close to the cutter bar where it makes it feed really good.
Well, we can see out here you've got some down wheat here in the middle, and it's just shaving it off and bringing it right in. This is also, when we talk about the power boost of the combine, I imagine this is using some extra power to push through.
Yeah, and down stuff like this, I don't want to load it 110%, give me a little bit of cushion if there's a big slug that goes through. But as you can see right now, it's running at 106, 107%, and it's doing all what it can do.
Well, when people ask why you need 775 horsepower, this is the moment.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. It doesn't feel like it's that much power. It takes that much power to do this, but it's using every bit of it for sure.
Well, I know viewers would be interested because we're in a red combine, but you're using John Deere on it as well. So this is primarily a green tractor farm, but you like the red combines?
Yes, we've been really pleased with the red combines, especially for the chopping and spreading of residue. That was one of the main reasons why we switched, and they've been doing really well with that. We like to keep all our agronomy, yield data and everything is on the John Deere displays, so that makes it so much easier for us just to be able to run a Solstier bridge in here and still document everything on John Deere instead of having to transfer stuff back and forth.
Well, it's good that you can have both features to keep everything moving.
And normally we'll be using the Solstier to guide it as well, but there was a small software glitch, so I'm actually having to use the CASE guidance and just using the John Deere for documentation. But the guidance on the 1200 displays it's gotten really good too.
So how do you like your experience with the twin rotor going from the single rotor?
So far it seems in small grain, which I think the twin rotor was built for small grains. It performs really well. Really, like I said, really tough cutting conditions. It's not. I don't think it outruns the single rotors too far. But in good cutting conditions, yes, when I was running in really good wheat, really good cutting conditions, I was running 4,200 bushels an hour the other day.
That's moving a lot of grain.
Yeah, that was set at 5.5 miles an hour, and like I say, really good wheat. You can do it.
Well, you're also using guidance here. We're making a 45-foot cut here with the header as we come up to the end. You'll have to take over and swing it around. So is this where, do you have John Deere auto guidance on this for that, or are you using the CASE IH?
At the moment we're using the CASE IH.
Okay. Push of a button, it's right back on course. So they're making a 61-foot head for this, and this is a big combine, but today where you're in some cut up fields, I imagine the 45 works out a little bit better for your conditions.
Oh, absolutely. We used to run 40 feet heads, and we thought they were too big in certain conditions. Some fields we have, but we moved up to the 45s, and they do really good. There's a few fields that they're almost too big, but everybody has that. But yeah, 61 would be nice in a few spots, but it'd be more of a pain than what it's worth, I think.
So this combine offers a lot of automation compared to the previous models. What can you tell me about that?
So automation pretty much takes care of all the combine settings as far as cleaning, separation. It has a camera that pulls up an image, and the camera is constantly looking for what they call mob, material other than grain, and you can set some parameters in there on what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. Then it'll make adjustments on the go as you're running. And if you go, you'll see all these little blocks. If any of them turns to a blue, that means it made a change to adjust for. But on this specific machine, just because of the capacity of it, it has been really good as far as taking care of itself. I've had to do very small changes on it to make it perform better.
Well, that makes the day a lot easier, and you can focus on pushing through this down wheat.
That's for sure. One less thing to concentrate in. But it's also with automation, you have ranges that you can limit to what it will do and what you allow it to do. So it's just not going to do anything crazy unless you allow it to happen. So you can fine tune it to your liking if it's not performing like you need it to.
And does it? I guess it handles well as far as if you get higher moisture, lower moisture, things like that, and adjusting.
Yes, yeah. So far it has been doing a good job at adjusting. Every now and then, they don't tend to make a change until it stays at the yellow for a little bit. Then it'll make a change to correct whatever issue it's having. Cases like this where the wheat there's a lot of down wheat, up wheat and stuff. It makes it change quite a bit. Also, it likes to go a little faster. It's not. The faster you go, the better it'll perform and stuff to keep the machine real full.
Well, you're having a really good wheat crop this year too. You're pushing a lot of bushels.
Yes, it's the best wheat crop we've ever had. But kind of unexpected. Everybody was expecting not the best wheat crop. We've been really blessed with it. I guess the conditions were just perfect.
Well, it looks like it's been going through a couple 130 bushel spots. You don't see that too often.
Yep, you don't see that very often in wheat at all. But it definitely makes the machine work, that's for sure.
When the 567 bushel grain tank is nearly full, amber lights on the combine's mirrors begin to flash to alert the grain cart operator it's time to unload on the go, and we can see the 37-foot unloading auger swing out and begin to pour grain out at 6 bushels per second. So we can see the tank is 100% full, and the grain cart's coming in. See the boot pivot in. So we're able to watch the unloading out the window, but it also comes right up here on the monitor, so you can see right into the center of the tank and where it's going. I imagine that boot is big, but that really helps you put the grain right where you need it to be.
Oh yes, it gives you a lot of extra reach. For somebody who do not have machine sync, if you was to want to shoot it over, you can move it halfway across the cart. So that's handy. It looks ugly, people make fun of it, but it's functional. But machine sync that we were able to run with the John Deere display, it kind of makes it a lot and you never have to move it hard.
So, makes it an effective unloading process.
That's for sure. And it helps if you have a little less skilled grain cart driver too. You can control it from the combine.
Well, I know it has a lot of reach out there, so it gives you good clearance on the head and fast unloading. We can see the tank is pouring out real fast. So with a tank this large, I imagine that's a lot of pounds that you're putting out into that cart.
Yes, when it's plumb full, I can put right at 32,000 pounds in there. So it don't take long to get a truck load.
The combine this size makes a 1421 Kinsey not look as big as it used to.
No, that's for sure. And I'm sure in corn with a good corn and continuous dumping, you can get a cart load pretty quick.
Well, I appreciate the ride along. It's great to see the harvest with all these combines, and especially the big AF11.
Yeah, I'm glad we had the opportunity to get it in this area. Hopefully there'll be more of them around, but this was probably a good time to get it known to people around here.
CASE IH introduced the AF11 Combine in February of 2024 at the National Farm Machinery Show. It was the first machine from the brand featuring dual rotors. In August of 2024, CASE IH announced the model AF10, which is a single rotor machine. Both the AF11 and AF10 are the largest combines ever produced by CASE IH, sharing the same horsepower and grain tank size. They are manufactured in Grand Island, Nebraska. The AF11 is powered by a 15.9-liter, 970 cubic inch CASE IH FPT C16 Stage 5 engine, rated at 775 horsepower. It's equipped with a 396-gallon diesel fuel tank and a 43-gallon diesel exhaust fluid tank for clean engine solutions. The CASE IH AF series of combines have excellent visibility at night. The lighting package lights up the entire field in front of the 50-foot platform, as well as the sides of the combine, which helps for unloading on the go. This combine has a hydrostatic transmission and a 57-inch wide feeder house. Threshing is completed by two 24-inch diameter rotors that are 141.7 inches long. The combine's total cleaning capacity is 13,578 square inches. It's equipped with a 567 bushel grain tank and utilizes a 37-foot, 8-inch long unloading auger that will pour grain out at 6 bushels per second. When the AF11 rolls off the assembly line, it weighs in at 53,052 pounds. According to CaseIH.com, for model year 2026, the base list price for an AF11 combine is $1,266,188. The machine working in this video is outfitted with tracks, which increases the price by $165,360. This combine is harvesting wheat with a CASE IH MacDon FD245 draper head, which has a list price of $180,000. I hope that you've enjoyed spending some time out in the field with this CASE IH AF11 Combine harvesting winter wheat. I would like to hear in the comment section below this video if you use a CASE IH Combine on your farm. Tell me about the model that you're running and the crops that you harvest with it. If you have appreciated this presentation, I hope that you'll consider subscribing to Big Tractor Power YouTube, where there's over 3,000 videos of farm machines in action. If you're already a member, make sure to hit that alert icon to stay up to date on the latest releases from the channel. As always, thank you for watching.